Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract, Dartmoor List 22, set in Dartmoor and supplied to us today by Paul Anderson, 37. So moving on to our briefing, 47 wants to finish everyone in Dartmoor. And moving on to our targets, and for our final contract we have 4 of them along with a free map. So for our final contract in Dartmoor, we will be starting as the gardener. We're going to have an oil canister stored up in the graveyard, and we'll be bringing with us a remote micro taser, some coins and a tranquilizer gun. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to finish raking up these leaves here. We're going to make our way out of the garden area and up the side of the building, where we will encounter our first 2 targets. So both of our, or all of our targets are grouped up in pairs. So here are our first 2. Now one of these gentlemen is an unarmed elimination, and the other one is a fall accident. So what we're going to do is we are going to make our way along with them. They're going to stop just by this staircase, and they're going to face away from us, and we're going to throw a coin into the bushes here. Now we're aiming to get ourselves the unarmed guard, or the guard that requires no arms. There we go. So we have managed to secure him. So he's going to go and investigate, and we are going to follow him into the bushes, and we are going to render him unconscious, and we can then take his outfit. So I'm just going to give his colleague there a bit of time to get away from us. We're going to quickly take his outfit. We can then give him a very quick neck massage, and we are 1 target down. We're going to move on and pounce on his colleague while no one else is currently looking, and we are going to drag him over to the water's edge just off to our left. We don't want to go anywhere near the graveyard or the church area, as we will be spotted if we head in that direction. So we just want to head off to the left a little bit, and we will be able to safely deposit our friend in the water. This also has the added advantage of having us cross over the land bridge here across the water and directly at our next 2 targets, who are the 2 gardeners trying to fix the ride-on lawnmower. So we're going to make our way into the graveyard, and we're going to retrieve our oil canister, and we're going to create a puddle of oil just in the ruins of the church, right by this radio here. So there are our 2 targets. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip on the radio, and then we're going to hide ourselves in the bush here. We're going to select our taser and drop that in the puddle. Select our tranquilizer gun, and when our first target comes along to investigate why the radio has suddenly turned itself on, we are going to put them to sleep with the tranquilizer gun. There we go. Now we could render him unconscious, but it will complicate things. We want him to fall asleep naturally while we wait for his colleague to also get distracted by the radio, because we haven't let our first target turn it off. So our second target, or gardener target, will hear the radio. He will come over to investigate. He will spot his colleague currently unconscious on the floor, and at that moment we are going to shoot him with the tranquilizer gun as well. There we go. We're going to drag both of these 2 into our oil puddle, and we're going to turn off the radio as quickly as we can before we attract the attention of somebody else. Not that it matters, because once we ignite this oil, we will attract the attention of someone else. So once both bodies are in the puddle, we're going to trigger our taser to ignite the fuel, which will eliminate our final 2 targets. Somebody does hear that, and they will come and investigate. So rather than stick around we are going to vacate the area as quickly as possible. And what we're going to do is make our way back to our first 2 targets, and we're going to redon our gardener's outfit, as the nearest available safe exit will be the hearse exit, but not if we're disguised as a guard. Everyone will be enforcers, but the gardener, on the other hand, can walk around in this area with absolute impunity. So we're just going to put on the gardener's outfit, we're going to make our way up to the building and grab the hearse keys, and then we can exit via the hearse. Stop leaning on this car, go and do some work, you. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, and the final contract in this particular series, and we get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.